Assalamualaikum and greetings. We are from Group 7. Today we are going to present our findings on the problems faced by Putra Production Company in automation system and production planning for bearing processing. So we have here.
Okay, automation system can be defined as a system by which process or procedure is accomplished without human assistance. It is always regarded as a competitive advantage to a company which has the potential to improve efficiency in the short period while lowering cost in long-term goal. Okay, production planning, developing a guide for the design and production of a given product or service. Production planning helps organizations make the production process as efficient as possible. It is originated to optimize the manufacturing process, and today it is general logic is applied in various forms of to design, production, and delivery of software as well.
Okay, thank you, Farouk. So as the problem statement, we were given a situation which is a company named Putra Production was facing a problem in automation system and production planning. And the effective capacity is 84 products per day, and we need and the manager would like to increase the number of products per day. So next. So based on the situation given, we need to solve the problem by explain the following factors. And we have to choose which factors we will recommend to the manager for further investigation. And we also need to find a journal to make a recommendation to the manager to overcome these difficulties. So next.
Okay, next. Okay, I will proceed with the first part of the discussion. So the first part is quality control. So the quality control can be defined as the actions of developing, monitoring, and constantly improving procedures to assure the delivery of high quality products, services, and information. The purpose of quality control is to assist the company in following the standard of quality during the production and development, and to collect all information available at the beginning of the project to meet the customer satisfaction and prevent defects. So next. So these are the list of quality control activities. So the activities were started with kick-off meeting and ended with the quality control documentation. So basically the kick-off meeting, the project manager will organize a meeting with the consultant quality control team at the start of the project. And the last step is quality control documentation. So these activities will be documented in the appropriate quality control file, as for example, in the checklist, conceptual plans, calculations, and reports. And the reports documents reviewed, including the corrections and the follow-up action, and quality control certificates must be documented in this step. All right, so next. Okay, so the last one is the quality assurance. So basically, this is one last important step in order to make sure the quality control and standard are being followed, and to create the confidence that the quality plan and controls are working properly. So it was done by an internal review of the plan, testing, and revisions policies performed by the external group or agency. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Irsyad. So for the next part, I will explain about the absenteeism. So by definition, absenteeism is any failure by employee to report to or stay at work on time, and they are regularly or routinely absent from their work. This poses a risk to the firm by turning it into the deviant workplace. So usually the absenteeism is unintentional, such as illness, but it also can be intentional, such as the strike. So there are a few common reasons for absenteeism, which is such as bullying and harassing, mental health problems, low morale, stress and burnout, illness, and more. So there are three methods to measure the absenteeism, which is by absenteeism rate, work loss rate, and also the frequency of absent. So basically, work loss rate, we modified from the Bureau of Labor statistic metrics, so we can get the work loss rate. So there are a few impacts of absenteeism, such as in delayed production, lower quality standard, workflow disruption, low morale, general dissatisfaction, employee will felt pressure and also stress. So as in this case study, absenteeism may be addressed because the company's resources indicate that it should have a design capacity of 100, but it only produced 84. So this could indicate that some of the company resources were not completely exploited. for examples such as the worker resources. That's all from me.
All right, moving on to the automation system, specifically on line balancing. Okay, line balancing is it's actually about leveling and the workload across the processes in a cell or value stream to remove bottlenecks or excess capacity. Okay, and then the line balancing distributes the task evenly over the workstation so that the idle time of man of machine can be minimized. It aims at grouping the facilities or workers in an efficient pattern in order to obtain an optimum or most efficient balance of the capacity. So next slide. Okay, these are the steps in estimating on line balancing. The first one, we have outline the workstation sequence and draw a precedence diagram. And then second one, we have estimate the needed cycle time for each workstation, which is the cycle time equals to available time divided by desired unit output. Okay, by taking the design capacity of 100 products per day, we can get the cycle time for the company production, which is 14.4 minutes per unit. And third one, we need to calculate the number of workstation needed. The number of workstation is the sum of the task time divided by cycle time. Then the fourth one, we have start assigning tasks to the workstation until the process lines are equal. So in order to do so, we can calculate the talk time, which is equals to total available product time divided by average customer demand. Okay, by taking the effective capacity or actual demand, which is 84 products per day, the talk time is 17.1 minutes per unit.
Okay, thank you, Farouk. So for production planning, it can be defined as method of constructing a manual for both the manufacturing of a given product or service. So for production, the effect of production planning, it enables companies to optimize the efficiency of the production process and also to enhance the production process. It also involves a productive manufacturing process that is tailored to the needs of customers and organizations. Basically, an effective production plan can decrease delivery time by manipulating the lead time. Next. Okay, so for the production planning, there are some beneficial steps, such as first one is estimated demand for the product, weighing production alternative, go for the most efficient option, monitoring and assessment, and also adjustment plan. Next. There are types of production planning also. There are 4 of them, which is master production schedule, materials requirement planning, capacity planning, and workflow planning. Next. Okay, these are the calculation for the measuring system effectiveness, which is we need to calculate utilization and efficiency. The first one, we calculate efficiency and we get 100% based on the case study. And then we calculate utilization, we get 84%. Next. So based on the calculation, we can see the efficiency outperform utilization in almost every case. As a result, the manager should make every effort to ensure that we need to improve utilization or we need to boost effective capacity to reduce efficiency. Based on the 2 options that was presented, scheduling for production planning and also balancing for the automation system appear to be the option that can have an impact on effective capacity. Next. Okay, these are the articles that we get, which is based on for the proton that have a decrease for the production due to a second movement control order due to pandemic of COVID-19. Next.
Okay, so for the next part, from the article, we can get the design capacity is 32,000 unit per month, and the effective capacity is equal to actual output, which is 5964 unit per month. So we calculate for the efficiency, we can get the efficiency is equal to 100% and utilization is equal to 18.64%. So as previously demonstrated, efficiency constantly dominates utilization in almost all circumstances. So the manager must strive to ensure that he or she enhance the utilizations or rise the effective capacity in order to decrease the efficiency. So by then, it is a scheduling for production planning and balancing for the automations appear to be a solution which can have an influence on effective capacity. This is by according to the choices provided.
So for the conclusion, a good planning plays an important role in the production of the product's capacity. And in order to improve the capacity utilization, a proper planning, structure approach, and strategic decision must be done by the company. And the recommended approaches to the manager for further investigation is we first improve the utilization of the product, and second, increase the effective capacity to reduce the efficiency. So I think that is all from our group. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.